right, Cancer. Cancer, let's do something different. Let's get one of these or these right here. So Cancer, you're some of you guys are getting ready for your Cancer season. Is right around the corner. Some of you guys could be, you could be like, man, I'm trying to get to my bag. So maybe you're having a little bit of setback. Some of you guys could have been experiencing, karmic lessons, and you're like, oh yeah, and you, I guess you're paying karmic debt, and you're okay. You're like, now for some of you guys, you could be, you could be, you're being asked to cut cords. Maybe you're feeling a little energetic pull here and there. Yeah, they're still trying to hook on you. Now, for some of you guys, Cancer, you could have been experiencing, what do they call those? Humiliation rituals. And you could have been like, who cares? Now, somebody, if you're dealing with any kind of loss or something, some of you guys could be, my condolence if you lost a parent or a family member. For some of you guys, it could be a pet. But you could be overcoming that. You know, it could be hard for a lot of you guys. You could have been stuck on forgiving a person and pues they're gone already. But you could still forgive. You could picture the person in front of you and forgive. Now, for some of you guys, you could be like, infinite, fuck that. Them fuckers need to fucking forgive me. So I can see a lot of you guys and Cancer, you don't play when it comes to love or when it comes to your money. That's what I keep hearing. For a lot of you guys, I'm hearing God don't play when it comes to you, Cancer. So put it in the comments which one that is for you. It says right here, white van, no tags. So is somebody still in a van and having a pinchy van party or something? Invite us, right? So that could be significant for some of you guys. Be careful. It could be that. And if it's an armored truck, get some out to make sure you're wearing your mask. No, I'm just playing. Entertainment purpose. Now, for a lot of you guys, look at this. Breaking soul ties. Okay. A lot of you guys, if you were dealing with, black magic, you're finding out, wow, this person really went that far. Now, for some of you guys, it could even be close. Now, I've been picking up on this energy, and God's been, it's almost like he's been putting these videos to where, like the symptoms and all that. And you could be feeling dizzy, you could be feeling weird. You're like, why am I humping this person? Or why are they humping me? Vice versa. Or you could be, feeling these symptoms, drained and everything. And it was almost like bringing me back to those memories that I overcame for a lot of you guys like me. You went through something like that and you didn't even know that shit existed. You did, but not really. You had that one-on-one kind of thing, where some of you guys, your mama could be a secret witch and you don't even know. But your dad always came home, looking all crazy. For some of you guys, that's why your dad never came back. And for some of you guys, I hate to say it, yeah, they went on the other side. I'm hearing it. And some of you guys are figuring that out. Now, some of you guys could be, if you're dealing with black magic, you're being asked to look into it. Don't be scared. Some of you guys are going to help other people. And just remember, because a lot of people that use that magic, no valen madre, they're no good. The universe wants to tell you how amazing you are, and you need to claim that. I am freaking amazing. Some of you guys are survivors. Some of you guys, it could be, you could be with the ex and then you couldn't fight for yourself in court. You couldn't do nothing. And some of you guys, you could feel like, man, they got away with it. No, for some, at least on my case, it's the way God is showing me, and he's going to show you how to navigate. You don't have to seek revenge and get that low. No, I could remember one time, this ex brought me this food and I was like, man, and I felt something weird. So I gave it to my cousin, El Pinche Gordo, and he couldn't sleep like 2 or 3 days. And we would put 2 to 2 together. Like, what the hell? Yes, man, it's crazy. For some of you guys, you could have that. I mean, for capital gains, they'll do anything. It says, take your time in meeting someone. It says, what spirit do they carry? Pues you're going to have experience. Some of you guys are going to be like, oops, it's a Jezebel spirit. Let me smash one time and agua bendita and send them on their way. If you know how to do that, do it. For some of you guys, no, it's something that you went through. Some of you guys, they could have been, sending you dead people. And you're like, fuck, you could have been so pinchy high that you're like, what's up? You could have been smoking with the fucker. And this is something that a lot of you guys, you're going to step into your power. And your person or whoever sent that, some of you guys, it could be envious, people, friends or cousins. Man, you don't know these days. But they're going to know something about you. This. I'm fearless, and you're gonna claim it. For a lot of you guys, I hate to say it, but some of you guys, it's toxic parents. You could be the fucking toxic parents. You're like, fuck, I know I'm toxic, but I'm trying to change. Unlike our parents, they don't want to change. They're like, fuck, no, que este el otro, and what can we do? It says you compare to them or to other people. Your parents could be, and then they'll be telling you, no, hombre, you're just like your cousin, such and such. But then when they see them, they're not talking shit to them. I don't know who needed to hear that. But yeah, some of you guys, you could be dealing with that. Look, God is in control, bitch, and that's all you got to know. So some of you guys, if you're dealing with that, there was this verse that came out here, and I don't know, Cancer, for some of you guys, maybe it's meant for you. And one of the things that I feel, Cancer, you're learning is, or you need to learn, is to stop taking things so personal. I had a hard time too, man. Shit. It says your mother is jealous of you. So some of you females, you could have a mother that's jealous of you, and it's crazy. Because maybe ever since you were little, here comes your sister, and it's not your fault that you're fine as fuck. God made you that way, and then they're still mad. Your sister's pissed. If it's a brother, it's the same thing. And you could have age gap, that's some crazy shit. So you guys could even be dealing with destiny swap. It's almost like the Cinderella. They want, fit in the shoe, pinche faja and everything, and squeezing into the dress. They, a huevo, they want to take your light and put it in the sibling, and it's not even your fault. And your sibling could be like fucking attitude like a motherfucker. Todavía muy chingón, muy chingona. Vámonos a la chingada. But it happens. A mother could be, jealous of you, of your looks. You could be older now, and it's almost like your boyfriend comes over. I está con las pinches nalgas hanging out, like disrespectful. For some of you guys, not all of you guys. Control freak. And this is not for everybody, but this is very important. It says control freak. It says they want to know. This could be your parents. Like you could be, that's why you probably married the neighbor down the street or the right next door neighbor. Fuck, you couldn't handle it. They wanted to control how you dress, where you go, who you talk to, everything, when you shit, if, on the phone. For some of you guys, you could have had sex with somebody, but it was whack, and they still made you marry the fucker, and you're like, oh, knew it. Yes, it fucking cross-eyed. Yeah, so I don't know, but for some of you guys, you're overcoming that. Some of you guys, you could be. I don't know, man. This is a crazy reading, but I had to get it out. But a lot of you guys, if you're going through any kind of separation, any kind of betrayals, you're gonna get through it. It says there is something that you have that they're so jealous of. Now, Cancer or Sun, Moon, anywhere in your chart, this could be holding you back. I feel like in the workplace, you have the same thing. You could be, you could sell the shit out of products. I don't know. You could have It's like they request you. You have ability to sell. If you're in sales, your sales are like, and you're not even trying. Some of you guys, because you're fine as hell. If you're a woman, if you're a man, you just know how to sell. You have the energy, both man or woman, you have this energy. And I feel like you guys had somebody that could have wanted to take your essence. If it wasn't a sibling, because for a lot of you guys, it's a sibling. Shit, if you get the kind of this kind of underwear, so if you shit over there, they want to shit right there. I don't know. It's weird, and but a lot of you guys, you're trying to understand why this jealousy. Some of you guys, you're not stepping into your full potential because of the same thing. Like, man, they're gonna be jealous. Some of you guys, they could be holding you back hostage, and you're like, fuck, I can't even leave the house. But they bring you food, toda madre, and everything. Why? Because they're harvesting off your energy. Yes. Look, God is in control, bitch. So you just gotta remain calm. God is dealing with those who try to destroy you. It says, what people say about you doesn't matter. Now, Cancer, I feel like for a lot of you guys, these karmic lessons, you're learning quick, and I don't think you're people pleasing no more. So if you had a little bit of people pleasing skills, it's like, fuck, damn, you don't want to repeat it. Because God is telling you, I'm in control, bitch. No. Vámonos. Say no. It says, fuck this old job. So with this right here, I'm telling you, they're even your boss. Yes, for some of you guys, if you had a business together, even your pinche spouse was fucking right there competing with you. Pero la sorpresa que le viene. For some of you guys, yeah, if this person betrayed you, they will regret trying to fuck you over. It says keep smiling because you're haters. No, you've defeated them. They know you've defeated them. And let me tell you why. Because for Cancers, a lot of you guys, pinche van, be careful. For some of them, I'm telling you, they're going to fall in their own trap. People are going to realize the lies. For some of them, they owe money to people. And I don't know, that came out from somewhere. It says you had to hit rock bottom to climb to your success. But if you're hating with this, look, bitter ass baby mama, baby daddy, Cancer, are you tired of the jealousy? For some of you guys, like, fuck, you don't want to come out your cave, but, you know, love everything about you. There's somebody that loves everything about you. Ask yourself, what does your heart desire? Cancer's like, fuck, this, fuck. Don't get mad when I pull up on you. See, I'm telling you, jealousy. But look, real quick, before we move on, they want you to read this right here. I don't know how to say this, abana or something like that. But it hits with this because there's a lot of jealousy that I see that you're getting through Cancer. And it says, because of the violence you did to your closest relatives in Israel, you will be filled with shame. And it says, and destroyed. And it goes on. If you read it, you're going to be tripping out. That's why it's important to give it to God, because I have it highlighted right here, but we got to get to the cards. That's your job. Go study it. You're going to be surprised. These people, it's almost like they sat there, betrayed you. And I'm talking to my Cancers that they humiliated you. They lied on you. They had black magic on you. Some of you guys almost died. You know, some of you guys, for some of you guys, you're looking for your mom or your dad. They're locked up. You know, some of you guys, because of God, you didn't go to prison, you know, false accusations, you know, and if you lost a parent, it's almost like you felt like people tried to take advantage of your situation. You're not quite there yet to, like, you want to pinpoint, but God is going to take care of them. Trust me. And for some of you guys, you could have been feeling hopeless, powerless. For some of you guys, you didn't have support. Not even, it says right here, like from a mother. Imagine if they were that jealous. They loved the other sibling. For some of you guys, they didn't support you. They didn't fight for you. Some of them even asked you, and my response I told once, I was like, hey man, not even the Virgin Mary was gangster. She was fucking hiding Jesus. Like, oh shit. The angels would tell them, hey, you gotta roll. Fuck, they didn't waste time. They were gangster, you know. But for some of you guys, you have this betrayal and it doesn't make sense. And you could be feeling lost. You could feel like abandoned. And fuck, it is abandonment, rejection. But if you look at it from a higher perspective, you a G, man or woman. So you're gonna find out. It's give it to God. And for a lot of you guys, that's, you know, the domestic violence between relatives, friends, you know, even exes is too high right now. It's people don't realize, you know, when they have you against the wall where you're, you know, you don't have nothing else to lose. And they put you in a situation they don't like. For a lot of you guys, they could have plotted on you. You know, they could have plotted on you. And some of you guys, Cancer, for a lot of you guys, you're not perfect. You could be, you could be, you know, a different lifestyle. For a lot of you guys, you wanted to make this change, and here comes the enemy. And I'm gonna tell you like this: look at the people that is close to you that came against you. Look at them like entities that, you know, and it hurts because the you know, the enemy's gonna use the closest one. So you gotta be strong. You gotta pull back those emotions, and you gotta say, no, God handle them. And trust me, it's gonna hurt to see them, but you gotta take that away. Mm-hmm. The feds are watching. For some of you guys, they even went as far as that. Can you believe that? That shit's real. Shit, I had all three of them. Pinche CIA, que este y el otro. But for some of you guys, yeah. And they could be watching, and they could watch you all they want. You ain't doing shit. Not all of you guys, because some of you guys fuckers, you got a tunnel like me. You go to the other house. Y vámonos a la chingada. Put a wig on. It says, love everything about you. The feds, there could be a fed that loves everything about you. Yes. Now, for some of you guys, you could have some fed that's crooked as fuck. They just want the money, but they can't get to it. No. They got to go to Uncle Samuel, IRS. It says, if you're waiting for a sign, this is it. I'm telling you, go read this. You're going to flip out. You're not even going to have to deal with them, because for a lot of you guys, they just allowed. For some of you guys, if you divorced your ex, no, you could have. Can you imagine your whole family being on somebody else's side and they leaving you without nothing? Mm-hmm. Look, your family sabotage. They sabotage you to control you. Mm-hmm. And some of you guys, yeah, I was picking up on that earlier too. And you had to hit rock bottom. And for a lot of you guys, they didn't expect, or they're not going to expect for you to come back. Like, you're going to bounce back stronger. And the way that God is going to guide you, if they lied on you, ooh, for some of you guys, you know, take me to the other side of Aerosmith. Look, you're going to break soul ties. You need to get your fucking last name back. Vámonos. For some of you guys, you know, blessed and protected. You know, sometimes God allows people to feel like they're getting away with things. You know, and we see that in the Bible. You know, he lifts up kings and they don't pay attention. And it's almost like God is watching them. And then I'm moving forward with confidence. This is what the universe wants you to do. It says, it's your turn to shine. So imagine this, if you're dealing with people that did you wrong like that. Because a lot of people, they were doing, you know, business with you. If this was business, this were friendships. And it's almost like when they see you, they're whatever lies they told, they're not gonna match up. You know, it wasn't easy, bitch, but I never gave up. And some of you guys are gonna be like that shit. And for the ones that went to prison, man, and you come out, motherfuckers are gonna be avoiding your ass. That's what I heard. For a lot of you guys, you're meant to break generational curses, and there's something that a lot of families, they want to sweep things under the rug. Like if it hurt you, they don't want nobody else to know, you know. But if it was another sibling, oh no, la chingada, fucking laws, everything. And for a lot of you guys, you could have experienced things at a young age, and they just want to sweep shit under the rug. Mm-mm. For some of you guys, you could have had that happen even to your kids, or let's say for a lot of you guys that lost your kids to the opposite parent, they weren't even responsible. Under their supervision, they could have, you know, fell in the hospital and stuff like that. And that's receipts. For some of you guys, who goes 2 or 3 days without knowing that they're intoxicated? Come on, man. So let's see, what else does Cancer need to know? Because this fired me up. I should have went live on this bit. But a lot of you guys, you're coming from a compassion, loving, you know what? You don't even need to fight. My goal is to help, you know, I help you, any of you guys. If you're going through something like that, pull back your energy. Learn to love you. Learn to just count on God, the universe. And you're going to do it, you know. Bitter ass baby mama or daddy. It says you became their target simply because you refused to conform. Some of you guys could have been dealing with somebody that just didn't want to listen. But it's they knew what they were doing. For some of you guys, the way they plotted, it's a conspiracy. And I think that's against the law, right? If you're waiting for a sign, bitch, this is it. That's all the crazy shit in here. It says something about they love the way you make it. But that could be somebody else that you're meeting. You could be in a different, you know, self-love fuckers. Look, take your time in meeting someone. Cancer, for some of you guys, you're giving up the nalgas quick and you're like, I might end tomorrow. No, take your time. Giving up the dick right away. Take your time. Yeah, it says, look, their bitch ass can't take accountability. So you're dealing with people that can't take accountability. Let's see what else is positive. Let's get out of this energy. But we had to talk about it. Cancer, for some of you guys, you're holding up this energy and you're like, man, a la chingada, man. I want something better, you know? And it says right here, take your time meeting. Some of you guys, there's something different about you that maybe you're attracting different people, you know, you're going out on dates. You know, it says career promotion. For some of you guys, man or female, you could be, you know, increase of income. You're starting to look better. You're taking care of yourself. It said self-love. So, you know, you're aging different. Yes, for some of you guys, you could be losing weight and you're like, fuck, how's it happening? God is blessing you. Just do it like that. It says right here, career change. It says, don't worry, just be sexy. And some of you guys, you're feeling this confidence that you probably didn't feel in a long time. You could be dealing with somebody that, I'm telling you, they're jealous. So how were they going to uplift you? For a lot of you guys, you were uplifting them. They wouldn't be where they're at without your support. I don't know why you guys were dealing with that, you know. It says you have to heal so you don't attract an abuser. I'm telling you, yes. It says you should have been born with a warning label. Eres cabrón, eres cabrona. Shit. To the day I die, I heard. It says they protect You know who they protect? They protect and enable abusers, toxic siblings, mother. Like, you can't, you, God forgive that you do something wrong. When you do things right, it's still not wrong. For some of you guys, yes, you could be a dope. Oh my God, hold on. I just got this. Some of you guys, you could have somebody que is a dolphin, pero te echan la culpa a ti, but you're the one. Ay, ay, ay. Everyone is noticing the truth. Their jealousy towards you. Some of you guys, I must just say one thing. They say that we picked our family when we were up there. I don't remember. Was I fucked up? Was I smoked out? Was I drunk? I don't remember picking these cabrones. But if it is that way, and I gotta be honest with you, because look, regardless, even on the spiritual journey, guys, I'm going through these situations like you guys, and I gotta tell you, like, I love my family, even though they're the way they are. I wish, they wasn't like that. But I mean, dude, God gave me this father because he's gone, but a mother, and it's hard because a lot of the times you got to be strong in your faith, and it's a spirit behind them, your siblings, when we were little. A lot of you guys, you could go back to when you guys were little, and fuck, y'all used to get into it, and then 5-6 minutes later, you guys were hanging out doing whatever you got to do. And there was no jealousy, there wasn't shame, because we didn't know that kind of stuff. We could fight and right away until we get older. Oh, what are people gonna think? No. You talk shit, and it becomes an argument. Some of us, and I'm saying some of us, we didn't spend time with our siblings. We could have left at a young age. We left the house for whatever reason. And later in life, you start to to hang out with them, but it's not the same. They see you a different. You could have an age gap, or you just left and you were on your own. And there could be jealousy. You don't even know. Some of you guys, you're doing your thing and you don't even pay attention. You're not looking back. And then you have others that, they're jealous. Hey, look what I got. Well, I got the same thing. No looking back, bitch. So let's keep it pushing forward. I scratch and bite. That's what she's telling you, eh? And you're like, nah, you're gonna crawl and beg after I give you this. Yes. So keep smiling, because your haters, no, you defeated them. Cancer. What else? This was long. I think I'm gonna give you a shorter one. Everyone is noticing. Oh, okay, we heard this. I will tell you that you got miracles. For some reason, my phone over here, it's not loud. It went silent. Look, your comfort zone. Yeah, it's a cozy little prison. Break free and kick down the walls. Some of you guys, I'm telling you, you could be in spell work and you're wondering why you can't leave the house. Oh, no, but you'll fucking be pumping like a porn star. For some of you guys, they want you right there. They don't want you to leave. They want you to be a ghost. They're sex slave. And some of you guys, you're like, fuck it. I'm not going to lie. Some of you guys are like, yeah, you're tearing it up. But you got to get out. Because all they're doing is they're taking your energy. They want, and then they take it somewhere else, and then they're bringing it back. Oh, you don't need that. So a lot of you guys, look, cheer up, fuckers, or fuck face, and you're about to break free. Yes, I see you guys. It says life's not a sprint. You're gonna take your time, especially when it comes to sex. It says, I will let go of the shit that does not serve me. What I got for you, Cancer. Infinite Tarot 888. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and comment.